In a far-off land, there resided a wise and learned Jan master, who imparted his teachings to his disciple. After some time, another disciple joined them, and this new disciple learned much more than the first one did, in a significantly shorter amount of time. The first disciple began to notice this and felt neglected by his master. One day, the first disciple mustered the courage to approach his master and questioned him, "Master, I have been studying with you since before this new disciple came, and yet you have taught him more than me. Why is that?" The master remained silent for a while, then finally replied, "First, listen to a story, and then I will give you the answer." The first disciple agreed, and the master began to narrate a tale. The story went like this. Once, a traveler was journeying on his way during the hot afternoon hours when the scorching sun was shining with great intensity. The traveler felt incredibly thirsty and did not have any water with him. So he started looking around, and after walking for a while, he found a well. But upon inspection, he found that there was no bucket or rope to draw water from the well. Thus he moved on without quenching his thirst. After a while, another traveler, who was also very thirsty, passed by the same well. He too found that there was no bucket or rope to draw water, but instead of giving up, he started looking around and found a bucket. Not finding any rope, he then saw some long grass growing nearby and started uprooting it to make a rope out of it. In a short while, he had a long rope ready and used it to draw water from the well to quench his thirst, after which he left. The master then asked the first disciple, "Tell me, according to you, which traveler was more thirsty?" The disciple replied without hesitation, "Master, the second traveler was more thirsty because he worked hard to quench his thirst." The master smiled and said, "You are right. The second traveler was more thirsty because he put in the effort to quench his thirst. Similarly, your fellow disciple has a greater thirst for knowledge than you do, and that is why he works harder than you to fulfill it." In our lives, we will find that the thirst for learning is crucial for every one of us. If you want to succeed in your life, then you must have a thirst for learning. A constant thirst for knowledge is a defining characteristic of all successful people. Successful people always tend to learn something new, and their innate desire for an endless supply of information makes them highly successful. Sometimes people think that because they are experts in something, they do not need to learn anything more. However, they should remember that we can always learn something new, and if we are open to it, we can learn from even the most unlikely sources. Thirst for learning is not only important for those who are looking for success but also for those who have already succeeded in their life. By learning something new, you will never feel bored in your life, and you will always feel refreshed. Learning is a lifelong process that should never end. You can procure knowledge through various sources, such as books, the internet, newspapers, textbooks, television, stories, folktales, etc. Learning can enhance your quality of life, reduce your stress, boost your confidence, and make you more socially adept. The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. Therefore, never let the thirst for learning diminish in your life, because as long as you are learning, your life will keep moving forward on the path to progress.